Welcome everyone, this is suryasolsun. We're in the free healing festival events. It's still going on. We don't know how long this is going to go on. It may be a year, a few years. We don't know. We just know that every single day is a festival, and that's how you should really live, every person. So we have here, the stage is set, OAT and Yaakov, suryasolsun, creators of the 10K Yuj Tarot reading system. Now, this reading system is not like any other system you've seen before in different cards. It's a redefinition of the meaning of spirituality, bringing everything together as you've seen with the incorporation of different modalities. All is one, guys. We have here the energy art. So in this video, I'm just going to flip through these art clearing cards, and you can view them. And I'll give a little description on each one so it applies to the life in a certain way. But each card is its own art. So as I go through, just watch. If you're sensitive when you feel it, say thank you, give the love, understand the flow of the energy. If you don't feel something right away, then maybe you have some emotions that are clogging up the energy flow. That's okay too. All these videos here in the Free Healing Festival are meant for you to flow it so you can apply it into your life. So this is the 10K Yuj Tarot deck. We have here a combined deck, and we're just gonna go through it and we'll see the diamonds within. A beautiful card that represents the truth of humanity and the soul. Chanchu, a bringer, abundance, prosperity, connection to the animal world, cosmic bond, understanding relations in your life, everything, nature. And then the endless waterfall, bringing in the waters, being like water in your life. And look, we even have the fire light, because you need a balance of everything in life. And in this deck, you'll see a lot of archetypes from different beliefs and values and abstract thoughts, and also nature. Here we have a citrine gemstone vibration. Clearing, abundance, healing, prosperity. As we go through these cards, it reminds you to speak no evil into your life. Speak no evil about other people. Allow other people to be. And we're bringing it all in. You'll see everything set up in this picture is a stage of spiritual divinity. Even in the background, you see the plants. So just take a look at the cards, and as I add more cards to the color and the nature and the balance of magic and the sun and the moon and real connection to the truth, so everyone can root. And these cards are not in a specific way. They're totally shuffled, random, going into revealing the truth of society, what in you causes stress in your life, total responsibility for your own life. And then here you have a protection card. Up, down, and all around, every color. And we have here another power card, which is the true Godhead, allowing you to be everything you are, releasing of the old through whatever way you need to express, whether it's through the tears, whether it's through the speech, whether it's through the eyes, whether it's through the hands, the hair, the skin, the nails, the taking a poop, taking a pee, things extract out of your body in a detoxifying way. You have to be one with the nature within. Cleansing, bringing forth the manifestation, understanding the role of your own love towards yourself in your own life. Achieving wholeness, realizing you were never broken, you were always whole. And we have another wholeness. This deck here is combined, it's a double deck for the practitioners to give the master readings to whoever comes and needs an assistance or an insight in life with the cards. So we have Hanuman here, reminding you to be devoted to whatever you need to do to make it work. Get the necessities taken care of, fulfilling all the contracts, allowing clear communication, allowing everything you need. You'll see a repeat because time is an illusion. Time does exist, but time doesn't exist. But you also have to figure out what you're doing inside of the time. What's the pattern? What's the habit? What's the shift? Where do you need strength? So I'm going through these cards, and this is a universal blessing, but as I roll through them, it is like a story being told to whoever flows through. You're here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And we're in a glimpse of the cards. We have the color vibrations and the art. View it. Yaakov is going to give more explanation on 10K Yuj and the significance and relevance in the spiritual community today.
If you are seriously looking for a reading, our readings start off at $125. Some of you say it's too expensive, so we created a platform that you can go on free and ask a question, but you have to go there, go on free, send us an email. But you have to be honest inside of you. In our practice, we're going to put this down. This card is very important. It is $125 a reading. Protection. Third eye. Again, guys, it starts off at $125 a reading and up. If you need energy healing or you need a reading, when you get a reading, we help you out and tell you stuff. You let go, you start to cry. We're not your doctors or anything else, but we have a miraculous change. The thing is that the student or the practitioner has to stay that inside them. So after a while, they go back to themselves, but they're always here to find out. Our system is not, we get a lot of people that call us up and say, well, we're having a wedding, can you know our readings are not for entertainment. That's something we don't go towards. If you're a group and you are serious, we can make out a nice group package that we already have them together. But it's not a control where you control what's going to be done, everything else, and it's all virtual worldwide to reach. If you decide to come to us personally, you're going to have to follow our procedure. And on top of that, for the time, when you come here, it's not like you go to a regular place that's four walls. We have a simulated space with plant energy that the whole place is set up with the art and everything to feel like heaven on earth. So you're also paying for the simulated space that no one creates to relieve. From the moment you pass our gate, from the moment you call us, even if you call us and you're another practitioner trying to find out info, your journey begins very strong. Because the words you say can haunt you yourself. This system was given to us. Some people call it God, universe. And it is our job to give. You're in the system, you see it. If you're in Puerto Rico, give us a call. If not, give us a call. If you're going to call us and ask, well, what is this and what is the study and how long have you, read the website. And we don't have time for that. It's like, you ever notice you go out and you're going to a party and everybody's in a suit and you show up with them and you're so programmed. So programmed. My name is so-and-so. I work as the, and what do you do for a living? That's your first conversation. Hello, hi, how are you? You married? You single? What do you do for a living? This, that. Are you going to date the person? What's your problem? That's society. I have a habit when I meet people, they're like, I didn't catch your name. I said, I didn't give it to you. See you around. Why are you acting like everybody, you're, now there's some people that tell you you gotta be dressed to the T. I'll tell you, yes, in certain things, there's ways, but imagine if you can master that you're just you. What do I need a pair of dress pants to show someone who I am? But if you grew up in a certain era and different things, my godfather was a professor, and then he ran libraries. He worked for Oxford, Harvard, a lot of different places. And every time I saw him, he was in dress pants and a dress shirt. Every day, even on the weekend. Even on the weekend. And I said to him, Zygmunt, can I ask you a question? And he said, anything you want. I'm always here to discuss with you, but sometimes you'll get emotional. I'll tell you that ahead of time. I said, why do you wear the dress clothes? He said, because when I grew up from a poor family, and I went to school and I fell in love with school and learning. I spent my whole life going to school. And a professor once told me, treat yourself like you're the most amazing, special person. You always have a job. And he said, so to me, it's not, I don't care, you could wear a t-shirt. And later on, as he got older, you would see him sitting around, only in the house though. A t-shirt, a pair of jeans, slippers. But he was always listening to the opera. Always. And he would sit there for hours and just listen. And I would sit there, and it became a custom until I got older, and I'm like, wow. I actually saw him on his deathbed. I was in Colorado, and I was moving back. And my mother called me and said, he's in the hospital, but he's not responding to anybody. Can you talk to him? And the minute I spoke to him, I said, Zygmunt, it's me. His eyes opened. He lit up. I said, you need to do me a big favor. I'm on my way to see you. You better let me see you living. And he said, yes. I went there. I got there. And I went to the hospital to visit him. And he held my hand real tight and said, I love you. Next day, I didn't go see him. I had a lot to do, but he was in my prayers, and the next day I went to see him, and he was happy, he was smiling. And I said to him, you know, I never had a bad complaint about you, and you were always there. I love you. I always remember you. And he smiled, he cried. My mother, me, and my dad at the time, we went. My dad, my stepdad, but a real dad, you know, amazing guy. And we went, and we started going home, and we were talking about, my mother started to talk about, tomorrow we'll go see Zygmunt, we'll go see this. And then all of a sudden, we got a phone call. And they said, he has passed. Can you come and claim the body? We need someone here. And we did, and I went and I looked at him, and I saw a body with nothing in it. Nothing at all. Life has left. And in other countries, life leaves the body. And a lot of you can understand that at one time you're going to die and go beyond that. They say that you don't die, but physically you do. And if you don't live life correctly, what he taught me was education like you never saw any question I had, spiritually, physically. He brought professors to talk to me. He even had a friend that had his own library in a condo on a big floor, and one day we went to visit him, and at that time, years ago, that was expensive. He said, we're going to visit the professor and his wife, and it's about $600,000 for the condo, but he has 3 libraries down the hall that are condos that he bought and converted. I looked up my godfather and I said, why would he spend that much money? Well, it's his prize collection. He taught, he made a lot of money. He figured that now on that one floor it's his apartment and the rest are all his library, and then an office and a painting to rent. I said, so he bought everything out? He said, yeah, you'll see it. And we went there and we talked. And his wife brought me to the library, and she opened it with this big key. She sat down, she said, would you like tea, juice, something to eat? Just be very careful, just sit here. Pick any book you want, read it, spend your time. If you want fiction, this, that, it's here, this, that, here's the card. And I went into my own library. I started to read about Jesus. And then I started to read about Buddha. Then I started to read about Allah. And then witchcraft and voodoo and hoodoo. And at that age, it was funny. I had a lot of friends. And when I got back that night, I had a bunch of friends and we went down the park. I was young. We sat down and we bought 4 Coca-Colas, 4 25-cent bag of chips, a sandwich that we split in 4, and I think, almond, then my godmother gave us that night 4 Almond Joy. And we went down to the park near the water on this little thing, and we sat down and we ate, and we shared a meal. And it was a bunch of guys and girls. And we sat there all night until the sun rose. Have any one of you as a child witnessed that with your friends without having all this sexual tension, all this other stuff, and no one fought, and it was a memory for life? Guys, I like to tell true stories, but some of you say, I don't believe this or that, but that's you. Suryasolsun system is to make you clear your path, have that blank card, and make you be.
We thank you guys for joining for the free healing festival and the tarot information and the download within. So go through this video again and look at the cards. It's for the clearing, the third eye clearing with the fire and the tea and the leaves and the art. We love you. Stay tuned for more events.